Guardiola sets his side a massive goal. Jose could look to a former legend to help out United. LA Galaxy make big calls on big players for their future. And what next for the second leg of the SuperClassico? That and more coming up in the next few minutes, as I'm your host, Matt Froelich. You are the One Footballers, and this is the Daily News. First off, and Pep Guardiola has set his side a massive target if they're not to be deemed failures at the end of the season, and it's win the Champions League. It's not necessarily the easiest thing to do, however, if they claim victory in the matchday 5 game at Lyon, they'll already be through as group winners, so things will be looking bright for the Champions League post-winter. As for who's going to play, well, Phil Foden may get his first Champions League start with Bernardo Silva out injured. The young Englishman has been impressive for Guardiola's side when he's come off the bench, and he's dazzled fans with his great footwork and movement. He's like a young David Silva, and if he starts in the Champions League this week, it could be the first of many for what some are predicting to be a top future star. And next up to Manchester United, where Jose could enlist the help of former legend Roy Keane to try and sort some of their stars out. Now, from what I can see, this basically means Roy Keane is going to come in and start shouting at everybody about how good the old days were, about how they should toughen up, and about how they should stop using Instagram. Well, I've got news for you. This is definitely 110% not going to work. Just look at what happened with the Republic of Ireland. Absolutely nothing, and he's just been fired. So why on earth would Jose make yet another bad decision and bring in Roy Keane? He's just another one of these old footballers who really hasn't got a clue about anything in today's football, which is obviously seen when he's the pundit every now and then. All he does is complain about players being overprivileged, or doing their hair too much, or being on Instagram, or basically just being an average person for their age. So what do you guys think though? Let me know in the comment section whether you think Roy Keane will actually be helpful, or whether he'll just get on everyone's nerves, not at least with that ridiculous beard of his. And next up, we move away from Premier League football and to the USA, where LA Galaxy have made some massive calls on the future of their squad. Captain Ashley Cole has been released from his contract despite just signing the 1-year extension in March. The club captain played 86 times for LA Galaxy, but obviously didn't do enough towards the end of his career for them to sign him onto a new deal. Is this the end for Ashley Cole in his whole playing career though? Well, I can't see him retiring just yet. However, it doesn't look like many clubs will be interested in a 37-year-old left back, just like when Patrice Evra signed at West Ham last season, played a few games and then got released. And look what he's up to now, licking turkeys and all sorts. So I can't imagine Ashley Cole being in the game for very much longer. But elsewhere in the squad, they have signed on Zlatan Ibrahimovic for yet another season, because let's be honest, Ibrahimovic probably demanded they do it and they were never going to say no. Alongside this though, there are rumours he'll be returning to AC Milan to keep up his fitness before the next MLS season starts in May of next year. The Copa Libertadores final is evenly poised at 2-2 after the first leg in Boca Stadium. However, after an attack on the away travelling Boca bus on Saturday evening, the event was scheduled for a day later and then finally has been cancelled. Well, less cancelled and more postponed, but at the moment none of the authorities can figure out where and when to host the game, and it could turn out that the game is actually played in Europe. Even though both stadiums are just 13 kilometers away, we could see the game being played in Genoa in Italy, over a few thousand kilometers away. This is because the government of Genoa have decided to stake a claim for hosting the match due to their connections with the town of Buenos Aires. Both clubs were actually started by Genoa immigrants at the turn of the 20th century, and both clubs take something from the town in Italy. Boca Juniors take their nickname from the local dialect word for Genoese, while apparently River Plate's red and white colours were taken from the Genoa flag. Whether or not it will be played in this city remains to be seen. However, they need to get something sorted soon, as the winner of the competition goes into the Club World Cup in Abu Dhabi, which starts in 2 or 3 weeks. They'll also be joined by European club winners Real Madrid and the other continental Club Cup champions from around the world. And lastly but not least, before we end today's daily, we just want to say a massive thank you from everyone here at OneFootball for reaching 200,000 subscribers. We're delighted that you guys have subscribed and continue to enjoy the content we put out. So don't forget to let me know in the comment section what you like and what you'd love to see more of. Obviously, you can let me know your thoughts on all of today's daily news as well, and you can also click here to check out all of the other videos that we've got going on OneFootball at the moment. But until next time, thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.